Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited that you all are here. I'm so excited to be joined by my friend LeAnna. Hey LeAnna.
Hi, Greg.
How are you?
I'm doing great now that I'm with all of you, so thank you for having me.
Well, we're so glad that you could hang out with us and that everybody's joining us tonight. We know it's a holiday weekend, and we're just thankful that y'all are taking some time out of your schedules to hang out with us, especially those of you who are still in school. We know many of you are still in school, so thank you for hanging out with us. We're really excited to talk to LeAnna tonight all about writing and creating a print-rich environment. I can't wait to hear all of her ideas. And we want to remind everyone that we have some pretty awesome giveaways happening. We are giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. We are giving away, as I fall off the screen, we are giving away a $25 gift card to the TKS store. We're giving away a Groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. And we are giving away 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. And from what I'm understanding and hearing, this Work It notepad is super popular. People love this one. So it's super easy to win tonight's giveaways. To get entered, all you have to do is hit the share button, invite your friends to join us. The more you share, the more chances you have to win. And you can also comment. The more you comment, the more chances you have to win. So hit that share button and get in the comments. Let us know where you're from. How many days of school do you have left? Are you on summer break? What questions do you have for LeAnna and myself about writing and about print-rich environments and all the things? So hit the share button, get in the comments, and let's have some fun tonight. So LeAnna, how are you? Tell everybody about yourself.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so happy to be here with you and sharing all things about Elevate Virtual. We just ended our school year on Friday, so it has been a fabulous year, but it has just been like a mad marathon going through May, trying to get everything finished and all of the special things sent home with the kids. I like to send things home a little bit at a time, so it's not something that just gets pushed off to the side. It's more like a treasure or a keepsake, and it gets put in a safe place. So we're just glad we made it to the end. Congratulations to you as well for finishing a successful year. And we are just super pumped and excited for all of the learning happening at Elevate this summer.
Awesome. Well, tell everybody where you're from, how long have you been teaching, all the things.
Thank you. So my name again is LeAnna Wolkis Goldstein. I live and teach in Arizona. I teach in the Paradise Valley School District. I actually grew up in this district and now I teach in the district. So it's really neat to have some of my friends' children as my students, to have my teachers' children's students in my class. That's always exciting. And this is actually my 25th year teaching in my school district. And I love my school. I love the community. And most importantly, I just love kindergarten. Some people ask me, like, what is it that you love about teaching kindergarten? I can't pick just one thing. It's pretty much like a conglomeration of everything. I love teaching writing. I love adding in our core knowledge, which is our social studies and our science. I love reading with children and watching them grow as a writer and just sitting and listening to their stories during morning circle. And then just like you, planning out all of these wonderful centers and learning labs filled with all kinds of novel realia that the kids can get their hands on and really just help them deepen that understanding and that learning that they're trying to make those connections with. So.
Well, I just saw you said you've been teaching 25 years. And so somebody commented and said, wow, 25 years, congrats. Absolutely. That's amazing. So 25 years. Look at you go. I love that. And I love that you teach in the district that you grew up in. I think that is so cool.
Thank you. I feel like it really is a big honor. I just love the learning that I was able to participate in my district. I really just built such beautiful relationships with the teachers that I had. I also am very fond of the curriculum that we use in our district. And so I was very, very lucky and feel really fortunate to be teaching in my district. I looked at another district that is really wonderful in our state, but they have duty, which is one really nice perk in our district, that none of the teachers have duty. So that was something I looked at when I was also, looking for a job when I first got out of college. So I'm not sure how many people have to do duty, but when you get the opportunity not to have it, it sure is a nice thing to be a part of.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Well, I've actually been to your district. I've done PD for your district, and will say everyone I met is fantastic. I think it's a fantastic district, and in fact, that's how we got to know each other so well.
Yeah.
Is when the first time I came to LeAnna's district, we had never met in
Mhm.
person until that day,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And after my presentation, LeAnna and her mom were so kind to take me to lunch, and we ended up spending the whole day
Loved it.
sitting at the restaurant just talking, and we had the best time, and now
Yes.
here we are.
I know. I love how that all came together. And it was such a fun day and such an incredible day of PD that you provided us. The teachers still talk about it, and the memories still come up on my phone too. So,
I love it. Well, listen, y'all, if you are looking for some great virtual PD, we have you covered with Elevate Virtual. Elevate Virtual is the premier virtual event of the summer. It kicks off June 1st. You'll have 90 days on demand access. That means all of the sessions, all of the keynotes are recorded. You will have access to those for the entire 90 days. You can watch those sessions as much as you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, on your laptop or on your phone through the new Elevate app. You'll have access to $500 in downloads for your classroom. You'll have a chance to win $10,000 in prizes. You get a certificate. You can earn college credits through Colorado State. So we have it all. And the great thing about virtual conferences is, like I said, everything is recorded. And so Elevate Virtual will go live on June 1st. You'll log in and you'll have access to all more than 30 sessions, the 4 keynotes, and you can watch them as much as you want over those 90 days. And so you'll have access to all of that content, which is great because I love to watch the sessions, take notes, and then go back later and look at my notes and go back and rewatch the sessions. And so you don't miss out on things, and you can go back if you have, things that you're confused about, or you're like, wait, what did they say here? What did I miss? So that's what we love about Elevate Virtual. So click the links. There's a link in the comments and in the description to get registered. And when you register, make sure to use the code LeAnna. That will save you an extra 25% off of your ticket, which will make your ticket $75. So for $75, you're going to get all of those amazing benefits. So get registered now because the price does go up at the end of May. So you want to register now and make sure you're using that code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off. So LeAnna, tell everybody a little bit about your session at Elevate Virtual.
Sure, I would love to. Thank you. Well, first, I would love to share that my session is all about writing. And so my goal for our time together was to think of some ways that will really encourage students to step right up, to pull their journal out, to get that pencil writing on paper, to even think of ideas that they might want to share with another person. But it really begins with helping them feel confident and motivated as a little learner. And so something that I like to do with my students is we create a little drawing book. So at the beginning of the school year, we talk all about ways to draw. So we might talk all about how to draw hair. And as I talk about it, I'm drawing and making these posters. The students also have their own book that they're keeping track of each day. So one day we might just talk all about how to draw hair. Another day we might talk all about how to draw hands. There are so many different ways to draw hands. We talk about different ways to draw legs, how to draw eyes to show different emotions. This is a big one that I made that I hang up in my room, but I also make them a little bit smaller so my students can take these right off of the little rings that we have in the writing center. They can bring it to their table and they can write about different ways to draw in their journal. They can use it on just blank paper when they're practicing drawing in the art center. So a lot of things that you'll see me sharing are, they're not set in stone in the location that they're in. They're all ready to be picked and placed in different areas, to be picked up and taken to a different location. But I have found so much value in whenever I'm showing them a strategy or we're discovering a new way to put thoughts down on paper, to give them their own little book. So they're sitting with a clipboard at the same time I'm drawing these murals or interactive charts. They're also drawing different hairstyles, different body styles, And so we're collecting so many great ideas, and then they can use these books inside their journals. And then after we're finished making these little body doodle books, they'll take them home so their families can see what it is that they're working on. But we take it one step further when we're learning how to draw, and I show you about the developing stages of drawing in writers. We talk about how to start with just drawing the outline of a house, and then going more into drawing a setting, then adding some more details, and then going into what the most advanced drawing might look like. And then, of course, like Greg loves to do as well, and all of us primary teachers will label our pictures, and then we'll take it from there and maybe write a sentence in our journal, or we might orally dictate something into a microphone, or record something like on a quick voice or in a chatterbox story. So I share a couple of those things with you. And then we love to use those novelty items. So when I'm teaching my students about using spaces in their writing, because, you know, such a big part of stepping right up and writing appropriately is starting with a capital letter, putting spaces in between our words, punctuation at the end, that our picture matches our words, that our words make sense. And so every month I love to give my students a new writing jewel. I call these little writing jewels. So in October, I give them little pumpkins. In January, I give them these little writing jewels. You might recognize these from like Joann's or the dollar store. Yeah. They're flat little marbles that people decorate plants and pots with. So I just find these little jewels, and these might be snowballs in January. And then maybe in the springtime, we use butterflies, and we'll write one word, and then we'll set down our writing jewel, and then we'll write our second word. And so these are just some fun. I know there's so many different ways to do the spaces, but these are just some fun little exciting ways for the kids to write and to use those spaces, and to remind them, because I still am reminding them to make spaces even until that last day, you know. And then when their journal goes home, because I do make some monthly journals, then their little writing jewel goes home with it, and their thematic pencil or anything that went along with that journal writing, just so I can make that homeschool connection really tight. And then I encourage you, the next time a student is having a birthday party and they offer you a cupcake, for me, I'm really not interested in those cupcakes. Yes, I love the frosting and I might eat that. But for me, the most exciting thing when a student offers me the cupcake is the little fun rings that are on top of the cupcake. I save these rings and I put them in a special little basket in the writing center, and they can put these rings on and point to the words as they read. They just love this little element of being a reader and using the rings to help them keep their eyes on the word, that type of thing. Another item that I love to use, I'm a big saver. I will reach out to families and ask them. I send home a little trash to treasure letter. So I'll ask the families to send home some different things for the classroom. Well, I always tell them, I know that you're hitting up like McDonald's and Taco Bell and all the other little fast food places that have little Beanie Babies and fun little toys. So after the kids are finished playing with them, some of them will send them into my classroom. And so what I like to do is I take these little Beanie Babies or these little mini plushies, and unfortunately, I do snip a little snip in the bottom of the crotch area. And then I put a little hot glue on my pencil, or you can use a chopstick, or if you have a bigger stuffed animal, it can be a paint stick. Then we kind of shove it on in there. And now we have a special little reading buddy or a pointing buddy in the classroom. Like if we're traveling to Africa and we're learning about all the African animals, we'll use these around the classroom to point. But the kids can read with these, they can point with them. And this is just an easy, cheap way. You're not buying anything at the store. So just another little novel idea that the kids like to use, and you can put it in a fun little basket, or if you have a ton, you can send them home with the kids. They really love that. But you know, we're trying to think of all of these engaging experiences, because as a little person, writing is tricky sometimes. It's maybe not their most favorite thing right at the beginning, until you kind of hook them in and pull them in and get to let them see just how exciting it really is to write. But something that I included in one of the takeaways.
Yeah. I want to stop right here, because I'm watching the chat and it is going crazy.
Oh.
People are loving all of these ideas. I am like having aha moments. because so many of the things you said, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's just start with the writing jewels, because we do finger spaces, but
Yeah.
that's tricky for the kids to manipulate a finger and writing. And
Hmm.
even like the little sticks can be a little tricky to manipulate, right? Because you've got to put it down, you've got to move it. Like, how easy is it for them to just put down that little writing jewel and then write the next word?
Yeah.
Right? I love that. And
Thank you.
the body parts drawing, one
Hmm.
of the because I teach my kids to draw a picture first and then write about it. And drawing people is hard. And I
Yep.
love that you've done this step-by-step process where you're teaching them and giving them the anchor charts, right? Those visual reminders of all the different ways to draw people. Like, that is, I think, a huge piece that we sometimes kind of just skip over. We just expect them to be able to draw a house, to draw a person, right? And so I love that you do that. And I am 1,000,000% adding that to my class
Aw.
next year, because I think that is a huge, huge thing for our kids. And I just want to say this, y'all. I'm like, the trash to treasure, like, people are just they're going crazy.
Hmm.
If you're getting this much from LeAnna in this live, imagine what you're going to get from her session at Elevate Virtual. If you're getting this much from her in 17 minutes, imagine what you'll get from her in an hour-long session at Elevate Virtual. Simple ideas that any of us can do that are going to give us these aha moments, things that we already have laying around, not going to cost us any money, right? Because you can send a letter home and you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff sent in.
Mhm.
This is what Elevate is all about. So you need to get registered right now. Click the link in the comments in the description. Use the code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off of your ticket. Because think about what you're going to get in one session from LeAnna. Multiply that by more than 30 sessions. Imagine the ideas that you're going to get. And somebody said, oh my gosh, I can't write this stuff down fast enough tonight.
Oh.
The great thing about virtual is, if you miss it, you can come back and watch it, because everything is recorded. It's all recorded. So you have access from June 1st to August 31st. So you can watch that content as much as you want over those 90 days. So you don't have to worry about missing anything, because you can come back to those sessions as much as you want. And I also want to remind everybody that we do have some pretty awesome giveaways happening. We're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. We're giving away a $25 gift card to the TKS store. We're giving away a Groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. And we're giving away 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. And all you have to do to enter these giveaways is hit the share button, invite your friends to join us, and join us in the comments. So the more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win one of these fantastic prizes. All right, the comments are just on fire. Everybody is loving all of these ideas because they are real, they're simple, and they're classroom proven. And they're addressing things that we all struggle with.
Definitely. And, we work so hard learning new curriculums, attending staff meetings, planning with our teams, setting up our classrooms, meeting one-on-one with parents, that when we can find easy strategies that are fun and exciting and engaging to implement in our classroom, it just makes teaching feel more like, yes, I can do this. This is doable. This feels easier to me. It's not taking me so much time. And I think creating, little toolboxes for me with the writing things, for people like Abby for all her math tools, for her math centers, Debbie with all her art ideas with her butterflies. When all of the participants are attending Elevate, think of the different toolboxes that you can fill with the different strategies that you can pull and pick from into your classroom that will make teaching just so much easier, and will draw the children in more. We have so many things we have to teach, but if we can get the students to run to the carpet to meet us there first, to use the words, like my students love doing the Heggerty lessons and they love doing really great reading, that makes you feel good in the way that you're teaching these lessons. When they're the ones that want to learn more, they're bringing connections to those types of activities that you're doing. That you're doing something right. And that's what we want. We want to have these engaging experiences with our students. And Greg was talking about all of the takeaways that you're going to receive from Elevate Virtual. Something that I created for all of you. It looks different than this because this was something funny that I received at a Hampton Inn hotel that I stayed at. You know how they sometimes have notepads by the bed? Well, this one is a thought pad. And so what I made for all of you at Elevate this summer are think pads. And so you can print off think pads for your students. And what I do is I create these little cooperative learning tubs at my tables, and my students, one student will pass out a think pad to every single student. They'll write something on there, whether it's practice writing your name, write 3 words that end with an, write 2 words that begin with T, and then they write it on their paper. Then I put on some special music, like maybe it's the Mickey Mouse March. When the kids hear the music, they all peel that page off of their think pad. They put all the think pads in the middle of their table, and then they hand their pages to their number 2 at their table. All number 2s take all the think pad pages and they put them in my basket as they're all marching to the Mickey Mouse song. Not everybody's running up to bring me their papers at once. It's an organized fashion. Everyone has their own number. Everyone has a job. It's 100% participation. And then what can I do with this now? I can take this home. I can take this with me to lunch, and I can quickly flip through all the pages and say, oh, wow, Greg wrote me 5 words that started with T. This is fabulous. And then right away on my phone or an iPad or my computer, I can be documenting this on ESGI and getting a quick assessment. Stick a sticker to it, stamp it with a little great job, friend, and then stick it in their folders the next day for them to take home and just to congratulate them. But that's a fun and exciting way. That's not just journals opening up every single day, but just some fun writing. And another thing you can do is don't just think of writing with literacy. Writing can be math. I could ask my kiddos, write me something about your math thinking with 5. And they might write 2 + 3 = 5. They might write 2 dots + 3 dots = 5 dots. They might label their groups and write groups and the whole. And now they're doing part, whole. So it can just, embellish into so many different things. And then another fun idea that I encourage you to try that I share with you at our Elevate conference is using that free wheel spinner, that spinning wheel. That is free. You can just download it on your computer. And I use them all the time for letters. I'll hit the button. The wheel of spinning letters will go around. It will land on one of the letters. And then all of the kids have to write a fruit or draw a fruit that begins with that letter. I've also done the spinners with names. It lands on someone's name. We all write something nice about that friend at the end of the year, like when you're doing a celebration for kids. I've also used it for word families. And then when the wheel spinner spins, it lands on et. And we have to write bet, vet, all of the et words. This is a fun one. At my school, if you follow me on Instagram, you've heard me talk about how teachers at my school in the workroom, they put all the things they don't want anymore. And I love going in there. It's like hitting the jackpot for me. So this is something that I found someone did not need it anymore. It's a discarded item. And I went in and I thought, this is perfect. You can spin it. So we spin the first one. It landed on I. So that might be a character. So make up a story. Maybe my story is about ice cream. And then we spin the second spinner. It landed on an S. Pick a place, a setting. Maybe it's in the swamp. So maybe someone dropped their ice cream when they were visiting the swamp. Maybe they're going fishing with their uncle, that kind of thing. So just a fun little way to write. You could also spin. They have to write that letter that many times or write the letter that comes next. So if I spun I'd have to write J and maybe write a word that starts with J. So just using those spinning wheels. It's a fun element to maybe create a schedule for your writing plans throughout the week. Maybe Monday it's spinning wheel writing and you do the spinning wheels and that's what you write about. Maybe another day you go outside and everyone brings buckets of water and a big old chunky paintbrush, and they bring all their heart words outside, maybe in a little basket, and the kids all spread out around their playground and they're all water painting words all over the school. And then they have to use it in a sentence by the time the word disappears on the wall. Just a fun thing.
And I go back to the spinners that you were just sharing with us, and one of the things that we need our kids to do, especially when I think about my class with most of my kids being EL, is just getting them to be able to orally say, a sentence. And so that could be for us, that's a first step to writing, is
Absolutely.
so we could be doing it orally, and then we could progress to writing. And then, those ThinkPads, people, when you were sharing the ThinkPads, the comments went crazy again. And I love those. And like, you think about how many times do we have like a 5-minute gap where, like we're done, but it's not time to go to lunch or to specials or wherever. Like, that's a perfect way to fill 5 minutes. And I think like we always end up with like extra copies of stuff, right? Like, you could just cut all of that scrap paper into squares and use those for your ThinkPads.
Sure.
And you combine it with ESGI and you've got assessments, right? Like, how brilliant is that? Like, love that, y'all. Angela says, "Oh my God, I need to take notes," right? Like, this
yes.
has been one of the best lives. Like, I'm walking away with so many ideas, and everyone else is too. And this is what Elevate is about. And there was a comment, and I missed who it was, but they said that they feel like they're starting over because they've been out of the classroom for 2 years. Here's the great thing about Elevate. All of our presenters at Elevate are active in schools and in classrooms. And so we get it. We understand what teaching is now because we're doing it. And so LeAnna is sitting here sharing with you all of these amazing things that she does in her classroom with her kids. And now we can all do these in our classrooms because she gets it. She's in the classroom. She understands. And that's what Elevate is all about, is inspiring you, encouraging you. Yes, we're going to provide you with thousands of great ideas, but we also want to encourage you and inspire you and elevate you so that you can continue to be the best teacher that you can be. And so I'm loving these ideas. I'm loving the fact that you are getting people so encouraged and inspired. And here's the thing is, it's summer. Like, so many of us are on summer break, and look at us. We're here learning, growing together, and we're excited about it. That's what Elevate is all about. So if you haven't registered for Elevate, do it now. Click the link in the comments or in the description. Use the code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off. That will make your ticket price $75. LeAnna's session alone will be worth $75. Think about all of the ideas that you're going to get from that session. But the great thing about Elevate Virtual is you're going to get more than 30 sessions. It ends up being 40 hours of content. It's all recorded, which means starting June 1st, you have access to all of that content as much as you want until August 31st, 90 days. You're going to get $500 worth of digital resources to download for your classroom. And LeAnna, I think you said you're giving us ThinkPads to download and print, right?
Yes.
We're giving away $10,000 in prizes. You get a certificate. You can get college credits. So click the links, get registered. You don't want to miss out. And here's what happens. It'll get to May 31st, price goes up. And then about a week after that, registration closes and everybody gets mad because they forgot to register and they're having FOMO. So don't have FOMO. Just register. Do it now. As soon as this live is over, click the links, use the code LeAnna, get registered, because you don't want to have FOMO and you don't want to miss out. And the great thing, again, yes, the great thing about Elevate Virtual is you can watch the sessions as many times as you want. If you want to watch them 47 times, you can watch them 47 times. If you want to watch them at 3 a.m. in your bathrobe with a margarita, do it, right? So get registered, don't miss out. And we only have a couple more minutes left, so I want to remind everybody one more time to enter for tonight's giveaways. We're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. We're giving away a $25 gift card to TKA Store. We're giving away 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. And we're giving away a Groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. So all you have to do to enter is hit the share button and get in the comments. So do it now. Hit that share button. Leave those comments, because the more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. So much excitement tonight, LeAnna. So I just want to say thank you for inspiring all of us and getting us all pumped. And it's the first, for most of us, it's like the first week of summer, and we're already super excited. So thank you for that.
Of course, of course. Would I be able to share a quick song with all of you if you're interested?
Yes, go for it.
Awesome. So this is a way that I love to set the stage for creative storytelling in my classroom. This is the little word master puppet, and I always clip our heart word or sight word of the day. I'm sure you go to lots of conferences or meetings, and so you might have one of these special badges from one of your lanyards. I encourage you to save yours and to find a fun little puppet prop that you can use to always introduce the new heart words that are coming up in your classroom. And so when the word master comes out, he helps sing this song for the new heart word that we're learning about. And so I was practicing it with the word down. So we'll sing it with this one. But the song goes like this. And if you'd like to sing with me, you may. There is a heart word of the day, and down is our heart word. D-O-W-N, 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 and down is our heart word. Then we'll clip it to his little buckle. The kids can use this. We could also do like the headbands like Greg likes to do, and the kids can wear the special word on their headband. And then when we go to specials or to lunch or we leave at the end of the day, the kids can all leave wearing the special heart word of the day. Or if you're able to collect enough of these little badges from conferences, or you know people who are going to conferences this summer and they're not keeping their little name badges, maybe you could collect them and get yourself your own little class set. But we love doing our heart words like that. And then we even sometimes type our heart words on keyboards. So like I said, the trash to treasure letter, one of the things I ask families for is if they have any old discarded computers and keyboards that they're not using anymore, to please send them to the Wolkis Wonderland. And the kids will pick a heart word and stick it to the keyboard, and then they'll type the little word inside there. Then they might write it in a special little journal, and then they can take that home with them. And one book I just wanted to share with you, because I know Greg loves books and everybody here at Elevate is just drawn by literature. I have a couple fun books behind me that I love using and introducing for writing in my classroom. One is The Word Collector, which helps us collect so many important words, and we're really able to build our robust vocabulary by using this book. We even tie this book into our growth mindset area and our SEL component, where they can use these words to talk about big feelings that they're having or work through a problem. The other one is The Best Story. So that gets the kids excited for writing their first story. A squiggle story is another one of my favorites. And then my students get to create these squiggle stories. And I encourage you to tune into Elevate Virtual, because I share with you how to make these squiggle stories.
Fun.
Kids. Those can go in a special book, but my one and all-time favorite book is called The Pencil. And something that I know Greg does as well, and something you'll learn about me, is anytime I introduce something to my students from the beginning of the year to the end, everything is a gift. It's a huge celebration. Nothing is just, oh, here's this book I'm going to read you. I love to put things in gift bags. My kids know, like when they come in the morning to look at my special chair and there might be a gift bag on there, that means that I'm introducing something new to them. Maybe it's a tool we're going to use in the classroom to help us with our learning. Maybe it's a new book we're going to add to our book nook. Or maybe it's a new math manipulative that's going to help us be awesome math thinkers. But at the beginning of the year, before my students even get a pencil, I read this book, The Pencil, to them. And I list all of these books in my resources and the research that I've related to my sessions for Elevate. But in this story, it's just so much fun. The pencil gets introduced. He starts drawing all of the pictures. And then, the eraser comes along. And can you guess what happens with him?
He starts to erase the thing.
He does. He erases everything out. And then there's a hallelujah moment at the end. The paintbrush gets invented. And so he adds color to all of the beautiful pictures. But I encourage you to do things like this at the beginning of the year when you introduce your first pencil. Maybe read this book, maybe play it on a YouTube video, and then introduce your first pencil to your students. Maybe you want to introduce Smensels. These are very special pencils that smell. This one smells like pineapple. So that's always fun to write a little and then smell. I always tell the kids that when they smell their stencil, that's their little brain break or their mindful moment that they're taking in between their writing. And then we have so many of those yellow pencils in our classroom. Have you ever thought of taking a pipe cleaner and just swirling a pipe cleaner around the pencil to fancy it up a little bit, and then just gluing an eraser or sticking a special sticker on the front? And now you've made writing just so much more magical. You know, you tell your kids, this is going to help you remember those capital letters at the beginning and your punctuation at the end. So they love those kinds of things. And I think you'll like this book as well. So it's a good one to treasure.
And seriously, y'all, like, how many amazing ideas have we gotten tonight from LeAnna in just, 30 minutes of this Facebook Live? Imagine what you're going to get from her at Elevate Virtual and from all of our presenters at Elevate Virtual. If you haven't registered for Elevate Virtual, do it now. Click the link in the comments in the description. Use the code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off and take advantage of this amazing opportunity for summer PD. And again, it's all recorded, so you have access from June 1st to August 31st, as much as you want, to all of the videos, all the keynotes, all the downloads. So get registered and join us at Elevate Virtual this summer. LeAnna is also joining us in person in Dallas, Nashville, and Phoenix. Dallas is sold out. Phoenix and Nashville have less than 100 tickets left. Those will be gone in a couple of days. So if you want to come see us in person, you better do it now, because those will sell out as well. All right. So I think it's time for some giveaways. Yes. What do you think?
I agree.
All right. So first up, we have a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. If you're the winner of the Elevate Virtual ticket, you send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com. And our winner is Anna Seltzer. Congratulations, Anna. You have won a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Simply send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and she will take care of you. All right. Yay. Next, we have a groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. If you are the winner, you'll send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com. Congratulations, Shelly Wilkerson. Shelly, you've won a free groovy planner from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. Shelly, send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com, and we will take care of your planner. Next, we have 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. by the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. And our winner of 2 notepads is Penny Pearl Cohen Wilkis. Hey, I know her.
Oh my goodness. Do you want to pick another winner? Because you can pick another winner.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, definitely. Because that is LeAnna's mom. So thank you.
And she's being so supportive being here tonight. So thank you.
And we love her.
Yeah.
We love her. Please tell me she's going to be at Phoenix. Will we get to see her?
I hope so. Is that okay if she might show up for a guest appearance?
All right. Jessica Reinhardt, you've won 2 notepads of your choice from Berto & Co. So Jessica, send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com, and we'll hook you up with your notepads. And finally, we have a $25 gift card to the TKS store, and you will also send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com. And the winner is Jackie Etherton. Congratulations, Jackie. You've won a $25 gift card to the TKS store. So send an email to kindersmorgy@gmail.com, and we will get you your gift card. Yes, thank you to your mom for joining us.
Of course.
We love her. Thank you for all of these amazing ideas and this inspiration, and just the way that you got everybody so energized.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. And, I hope you can feel it in the way I share. This is just something I love. And I'm hoping that when you're finished viewing my Elevate session, that you love writing a little bit more, that your students are excited to write, that they will ask you when it's time to write, and that you feel more confident as a writing teacher, and you're getting those students really engaged, because writing does transfer through all of our curriculum areas. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to even be here to share. It's such a huge highlight for me and the biggest honor to be a part of Elevate, Greg. So thank you. And such amazing things that all of you at the TKS and at Elevate are doing together. We are just so fortunate to have you and your vision and making all of these dreams coming true for us teachers, our students, our parents, this whole community. It's just so fabulous. So.
Well, thank you. And it's people like you and it's the teachers out there who make it all so fabulous and so worthwhile. So thank you. And again, if you haven't registered for Elevate Virtual, do it now. Click the link in the comments in the description. Use the code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off. Invite your friends to join you. Get them to sign up. Invite your admin. This was an interesting conversation we had during a live the other night. And one of the things we encouraged people to do was go to your admin, share with them this information, get them to sign up and attend the virtual sessions as well so that they can see what you're learning as well. Thank you, LeAnna. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all that you do for your students, your schools, your communities, and our profession. We're so honored to be part of this profession alongside you. Thank you for the encouragement and the inspiration. LeAnna, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Okay, I can't wait. Thank you, Greg. It was so much fun chatting tonight, and happy holiday to everybody today. And thank you for making time to join us.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Oh, good night.